Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Let's go through the forecast for the next 6 days as we head into potentially another round of brutal heat and humidity. First off, for today, obviously it was a terrific day with sunshine. The dew points came down. There were no issues. And I think we're going to have a good day tomorrow. The only difference is that the dew points are going to come up a little bit, particularly in southern Pennsylvania and southern New Jersey, as we start the process to get into a more humid air mass for Monday and for Tuesday ahead of the next weather front. So high temperatures tomorrow will be in the middle to upper 80s, just about everywhere from eastern Pennsylvania to southern and southeastern New England and down through New Jersey and Delaware and Maryland. Reasonable numbers, certainly, for this time of year. Now, Monday, we're going to have a south wind, and that's going to actually hold the temperatures down a little bit. We'll be more like middle 80s on Monday. Maybe a few of the warm spots could make it technically into the upper 80s, which I would regard as, say, 87, 88, 89. But most places will be in that range of about 84 to 86 for Monday. Tuesday will be a hot day because we have a cold front and the winds are going to be going around to the west, and that's going to bring the temperatures up. Now, the winds may not get to that westerly direction completely until later in the day because we'll have to wait for that cold front to pass, but they certainly won't be south. And there'll also be a question of how much cloud cover gets involved, whether we get some showers and thunderstorms later in the afternoon or evening on Tuesday. But most highs should reach 90 or even lower 90s in this entire zone. This is going to be one of those situations where the air behind it, the weather system, is not cool, as not cooler than the air ahead of it, but there probably will be some drier air, so we'll get a dew point break on Wednesday, even though temperatures will be in the upper 80s and low 90s just about everywhere. And then the two hottest days next week, Thursday, where we're seeing highs that are going to be, let me just make this a little bit bigger, and you'll see Thursday's highs rather, are going to be in the low and middle 90s. You got Philadelphia here at 97, New York City at about 93, 94. Central Long Island, Islip at 89. Inland temperatures across eastern, southern, and southeastern Pennsylvania are in that range of about 93 to 96. And the same holds as we go up into southern New England. We're looking at temperatures every bit of 93, 94, 95. And then we look at Friday of next week, which right now, it depends on which model you look at. Either Friday will be the brutally hot day of temperatures between 95 and 100 before we get a weather front to move on through and then bring in another shot of dry air on Saturday, or does that front come through a little faster, in which case these temperatures are probably a bit too high, and that Thursday winds up being more like 95 to near 100 degrees. Either way, I think we're going to wind up with at least 2 days this week, either Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday, where we're going to see temperatures that are going to be very hot. Meanwhile, we still have showers and thunderstorms. Today they're developing a little bit further south than they've been. They're developing across South Carolina, Georgia, into Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas. You can see the dry air that's over the northeast with just a few clouds here and there. A little bit more cloud cover as you head up to the north near the Canadian border as weather systems are moving along. You can actually see, by the way, the northern jet stream. If you look northwest of North Dakota, we already see the next shortwave that's coming down, and this is going to move into the east on Tuesday. Radar's busy across the south, quite a bit busy. We know about all that incredible rainfall that they've seen in Kentucky, in some places in Kentucky with well over a foot of rain, and they've gotten a little bit of a break. But we're seeing more showers and downpours now developing back through Missouri into southwestern Kentucky and moving eastward. So they've got more rains to deal with. And further south, we've got some clusters of heavy rains and thunderstorms, as we indicated on the satellite that we showed you there. The Storm Prediction Center, not a whole lot going on as far as severe weather is concerned. As we take a look at that for this evening, just a marginal risk up in the Dakotas and a small portion of northeastern Montana. Nothing in the northeast. Tomorrow, nothing in the northeast. You start to get into some scattered risk further south, marginal risk in North Carolina, slight to marginal risk from Minnesota down into parts of Nebraska, And then on day 3, which is Monday into Tuesday, and here's our next weather front, which on Monday will be producing a marginal risk of severe weather from Maine and Ohio back through Indiana, Illinois, and northern Missouri. And I think there's a chance on Tuesday that we might wind up seeing a little bit of risk. Rainfall over the next 7 days is really minimal here in the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic. It's just these fronts with the chance for thunderstorms, which means some of you get them, some of you won't. I mean, we're looking at basically a quarter of an inch or less being indicated with just a few pockets of a half inch in some places. The rains across Kentucky, Tennessee, into the Carolinas, anywhere from additional 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half, maybe some locally higher amounts at some places. So it's a plus. It's not as extreme as what we have been seeing. So the heat wave issue is really going to hinge on how the upper air behaves. We've got a Bermuda high offshore. It's not really all that strong. You see it here, right there, just outlining the edge of that upper high that's offshore. We also have the heat ridge that is out to the west. It has been pulsating back and forth all summer long. The heat ridge is going to strengthen. The Bermuda high is going to strengthen a little bit, and the question is whether they couple together or not. What we're seeing here is that there's enough of a flow out of Canada to send 2 weather systems through, and the one that comes through at the end of the week will bring a nice 1-day break, I think, next Saturday as that trough lifts out, and then the heat ridge couples back together again for more heat next Sunday and Monday. So just bear that in mind. But as far as the actual day-to-day weather is concerned, just very quickly, we'll take a look at this. And again, there's not much to speak of in terms of rainfall. We do have a little bit of rain coming in maybe for Sunday night and for Monday, later Sunday night and for Monday as a little wave develops on that front. This may be overdone, though, by the GFS. I'm not really convinced that it's going to be like this. In fact, they not only overdone, but it has rain in here by the end of the day, and I'm just not really all that bullish about it. Then that goes out. Then we have a weather front that moves on through on Tuesday with maybe some showers and thunderstorms. This model doesn't really show very much with it, but I think the risk is there. Then it gets really hot for the Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, and then another front on Friday with some showers and thunderstorms as that goes through. And then we could get into a nice day and a half maybe of relief next weekend. So that's the way the pattern's been playing out. It's going to continue to play out in similar fashion. No Joe and Joe show tomorrow, Sunday. We're taking the day off, and in fact, we're taking Monday off too. So we will be back on Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern Time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.